Hello everyone, it's Sonia McDonald here, and today I'm going to share one of my favourite techniques when it comes to doing workshops around high performance teams. Now, over the past few months, I have been doing so many workshops with teams to help them really understand how they can be a high performance team. I love this analogy. If you think about sporting teams, they spend more time off the field planning and strategizing than they do on the field playing. So it's really important, I think, for any teams to spend time as a team off the field, looking at their strengths, looking at how they're performing, looking at their strategy, looking at the direction they're heading, looking at their behavior. I think it's so important that you do it even, every 6 months at least, to spend some time really connecting and looking at the team dynamics and looking at team building. Now, I use a technique called Appreciative Inquiry, so Google it. It's a great technique, as well as a bit of a SWOT technique as well. But I get people to, I brainstorm, what's a high performance team? And I get people to think about a time that they've worked in a high performance team. What were they seeing? What were they feeling? And to share stories around it. Because when you start to share stories and share what you were feeling and what you were seeing and how was it being part of that high performance team, people want to be part of that. They actually want their team to be a high performance team. I'm not saying all teams are perfect. Even high performance teams, sometimes need to step back and look at how they're going as well. When people start to really share that and experience that, then they're really open to going, okay, how do we get our team there? Then I do a SWOT. So what I do is I get the team to think about, what are your strengths as a team currently? So I kind of brainstorm that. Then I go, look, all teams need developing. All teams, there's areas that all teams need some improvement. So what are our weaknesses or areas of development? Now, I give everybody Post-it notes. So I give everyone on the team a pack of Post-it notes, and I go, write down per Post-it note something, areas or things that you think that we need to work on. Write one area per Post-it note. So you get them and they kind of write them down, and they get the Post-it note and they're like, okay, it could be communication, it could be conflict, it could be accountability, it could be systems. Because it's not as confronting when you're kind of, talking a team to write it down. People are a lot more open when they can write it down. Then I get people to actually, when they've written down all the different areas, I get them to get the Post-it notes and I get them to stick them on a wall. So everyone kind of gets up, sticks it on a wall, bang, 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 okay, stick it on a wall, and you get all the Post-it notes on a wall. Then I group them into themes. And sometimes I get someone to help me, especially if it's a really big team. I group them into themes. I collect all the themes, all the Post-it notes. I go, okay, we've got a theme here around communication. We've got a theme here around how we deal with conflict. Then I get a flip chart. I put all the themes with the Post-it notes. So it could be a flip chart around communication, could be a flip chart around systems, could be a flip chart around conflict. I stick the relevant Post-it notes on the flip chart. Then I get them into smaller teams within the team. So I get them into groups and I go, okay, here's your flip chart around communication. Here's your flip chart around conflict, or whatever areas they feel they need to improve or develop. Then I get the teams to come up with actions. I get the team to come up with solutions, opportunities. And it's such a powerful exercise to do, because therefore they're getting that buy-in. So they go away, they brainstorm, come up with ideas, opportunities, actions, and then I get them to come back as a team, present. And then I get them to think about, if we don't actually put these things into action, what are the threats to the team if we actually don't do this? Now, the other thing I think is really important is accountability. So we look at all the different areas that we need to improve on, not distracting and also not focusing on the strengths, because I think it's really important to focus on strengths as well. But I look at all the different areas that they need to improve or develop, and I go, okay, who wants to be accountable for some of these areas? What are some of the quick wins? And then I put them into a report, and I work really closely with the leaders and teams around making sure these things happen. you can't do everything at once, and some things, you need to project manage, or you need to kind of look at how and when you can implement them. But it's really important for teams to take that time, away from the busyness and the pedaling at work, to work as a team and reflect on how they're performing as a team, and looking at their behavior and looking at how they're working together, and how they can be a great team moving forward. So Google Appreciative Inquiry. Think about this SWOT activity. If you want to know any more about some of these incredible, techniques and skills and tools, I've got an amazing online courageous leadership program. It's self-paced, but also you can join me on the group program, and I'll be covering off a lot of these great techniques and skills to help you be a great leader, help you build a great team as well, because leadership equals performance, and you lead your culture. So focus on your leadership. I'm telling you now, it'll make the biggest difference to your career, your business, your life, your career in terms of getting up to that next level is to be a great leader and focus on everyday leadership. So reach out to soniamcdonald.com.au. I hope you loved this video. Share it. Find out more about my Courageous Leadership program and tools, because I would love to help you be that great leader. Thank you.